Hi, Stephanie Zima here, my way of life coaching, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about posting and branding and the fear that many of you have where it says, this does not sound like me, right? If you're having an online business and you are working on it or you're trying to do something and you're struggling with lead generation, this is probably for you, okay? I am Stephanie Zima. I help online entrepreneurs get off that roller coaster of mental overwhelm and onto a solid foundation of clear action and consistent income. And it doesn't happen overnight. It happens through my three-step program, the Heal, Connect, and Level Up system that I use to coach my clients, not just to know what to do in business, right? In sales business, but actually get to the root cause, the bottom of where they are stuck, why they are not able to put the information into actual action and run with it and build what feels good for them personally, privately, as well as having business success. That is what this Walk It Free mentorship is all about. And today, I really want to take a minute to talk to you about your brand because when you don't have an open storefront, so to speak, you are not there for business. So that means your audience, your clients don't really know that they can buy anything from you. So posting is so important. Being visible online, being visible on social media platforms is important, right? Would you agree? You cannot sell anything to anybody if no one knows that you even exist. And when people are having trouble posting, it has multiple different reasons why. But I want to kind of maybe shed some light on what branding really is because I feel like a lot of people are copying and pasting certain things and they are trying to do what their uplines are saying. They are taking the scripts, they are slapping something into ChatGPT and out of the sudden it's out there and it doesn't have results for them and it doesn't feel good and they're burning out. And this is what I want to help you with today, okay? So pause here for a minute or hit the save button. If you are watching this later and you can't watch right now, hit the save button, share it to yourself if you sort of want to, or check out my podcast or YouTube where it's going to be so you can watch it later, okay? But building a personal brand is really so much more than colors and fonts and perfections. It's who you are. Building a personal brand is actually getting in touch with who you are. So what do you stand for? Who do you believe you are? Who do you believe um, can create the results that you are looking for? So when you are basically you have a goal, right? You have a goal, and that goal requires you to be a version of yourself that you may not be yet. You may be here and you're looking at the top of your company person or the one that's selling the most or the one that has that certain income, right? That influencer or that idol that you're looking at, right? And you are down here and they are up here. So the gap here in between is where the problem is. You have a belief about yourself, what you can do, right? You're thinking thoughts like, I may not be good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I don't have enough money, I don't have a lot of scarcity thoughts on this level down here. And then you're looking at this person here, but you are unclear as to what this person does on a daily basis to be able to do what they do. And see, the other problem here is that the people that are admired by you up here, they now have a different level. They're on a different level. So when you're trying to do what they do up on this level, of course you are going to fail down here. Okay, you're failing down here. Does that make sense? I mean, you look at them for inspiration, but if you don't work with this level up here, you are not going to succeed. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm not trying to trigger you in any way or shame you in any way. I just want you to know because this is what I did. I was down here and I looked at these people and I'm like, oh, I want to be the millionaire maker and I want to be this person and I want to be that person. And I created so much so much pressure for myself because I couldn't be them yet. But that doesn't mean that I can't be them one day, right? It also doesn't mean that I might not even want what they have at that time. So instead of being like everyone else, I chose back then to say something different. And this is what I want to share with you. I decided I wanted to work here on this level with myself. I wanted to heal what was going on in my brain. I wanted to heal what was happening in my nervous system. Right? Why was I feeling stressed all the time? Why wasn't I able to do this? What did I even want? And once I started this work, I started realizing I didn't even know what I wanted. I had no idea what I actually wanted. I knew I didn't want to be here. That is something I was clear on. But I did not really know, did I want this level? Did I want this level? Did I want this level? Where did I want to be? Or do I even want to be on this side? Right? I had no idea. So choosing to be embracing your level right here is what I want to encourage you. I want you to not roll around in your excuses. That's not what this mentorship is about. We're not rolling around in excuses and all traumas and in all things. No, but we become aware, we identify them, so we heal them, then we connect with what we really want and where do we want to go and what will it take to make that happen. And then we start identifying how do we get there? What steps do we need to do? Okay, to get onto this level, onto this level, onto this level, and onto this level. That is where you need to do it. And this is what your brand is. See, if you thinking your brand is just your colors, if you're thinking your brand is your font and you slap on the front, right? You slap on the front, you're putting a pretty showcase in your front window, but then behind inside your store, it's a mess. See, that is not going to work because your clients are going to see this beautiful, shiny storefront and they're like, oh, it's beautiful and I want to come in there and I want to do business with this person. It's fantastic. And then they're going to go into the door and they're going to look into your store and they're going to be like, wait a minute, what? Why is this happening over here? This is not what I want. So what happens? They're going to walk straight out. They're not going to give you referrals. They're not going to come back. And they're certainly not going to tell anybody about how amazing you are. Right? And that is not fulfilling to you because what does that do? If this happens to you, you are going to be discouraged. You're going to feel shame because, oh, my store wasn't really that great, right? And they're walking out, so you're getting rejected. You might end up having rejection fears. You might end up having abandonment trauma ripped open. It's not pleasant. I've been there. It's happened to me. And that's why I know what I'm talking about. All of this stuff that I'm teaching you happened to me. And I also know, though, how to get out from the other side. So I know that if you clean up your store in the inside, if you figure out who you are, what you want to do, how you want to bring this to the marketplace, that how your storefront window is unique to you. That is where the magic is, because here's what happens then. Your clients are going to walk by, right? They're going to walk by, they're going to look at the window, and they're going to be like, oh, some will just walk by, and for them it's not. Okay, your brand may not be for them. Your language may not be for them. Your tone of voice may not be for them. The way how you look may not be for them. That's okay. You don't want those people to come in because they won't resonate with what you have anyway. Okay, but if you are okay with who you are and what you have, it's okay to watch them and say, hey, bye. I see you, but that's okay. Bye. See somebody else. Good for you. Good for you. You know, you can network, but they won't come into your store. So the people that do, though, come into your store, what will they do? What will they do? They will love every single thing that's in there because you have been you. They knew what they are going to get into. They made that decision on their own and they are going to embrace it. And they are probably going to invite other people that are like them, that want the same thing, also into your store. And there you have referrals eventually. Having the courage to actually get out and become you has so many more benefits, not just your own business success. It will have the benefits in your personal life, with your friendships, with your relationships with your children, with the relationship with your spouse. Being you, being able to be comfortable in your own skin will set up the quality of your entire life forever. Okay, that is where it's at. It's not hard. It's actually essential to not just compare yourself with the mentors that you want to be like one day, right? That's inspiration. That's inspiration. And yes, we need them too. We need to be able to look up and say, okay, this is kind of where I want to go. And we need them to share their life with us so we can see what is it that they are doing. How is this working for them? What would I like this jet set lifestyle? Okay. See, if I say, for example, I want to be a keynote speaker and I want to be speaking on big, huge stages, and these people that are sharing their journey are never going to share with me what that looks like, right? How would I even know? I would probably have so much fear of the unknown that I couldn't even make a decision if I wanted to get there. That's why it's important that these mentors are showing. It's not that they're bragging or anything. They have to show us what it's like so we get to make our decision if we want to even get there. Okay? But what I want to do is I want to pick you up where you are down here and I want to help you heal, because you can either get inspired, like I'm to the state now where I'm going to be inspired when I see other people winning, right? When I see them winning, I'm always watching, not because I feel bad and I would want to be. I watch because I'm curious. I watch because I'm like, oh, do I like this? Do I not like this? What are they doing? How are they doing this? How are they always looking perfect? How is this happening, right? And I'm looking at it from a curious standpoint, not from a, oh, look at them, they're so much better, must be nice point of view. Does that make sense? But you can only do that if you are in a healed state. So when I say healed, I also want you to know there's nothing broken with you. There's nothing wrong with you. There is something that may not be connected yet. There may be a new version of yourself that needs to be born, right? Because when we grow up in a family that never had online businesses, that never had a millionaire, that never had money, or never had certain extra other things that you believe in and that you want to be, for them, it's so crazy to think that you want to get to this level. So everybody is going to try to keep you down at their level because that's what they know as safe. So if you want to make a difference for that, if you want to be the rule breaker, the change agent, right? The one that's different, that wants something different, you gotta heal and love them for who they are, where they are, but then you gotta heal, embrace where your starting point is, and then figure out, okay, this is the next step, this is the next step, this is the next step, and this is where I'm gonna end up being one day. So I hope that made sense to you. I hope you're going to leave me a feedback below. Let me know if this makes sense to you, if you can understand what I'm talking about, because it really is my mission to help you walk it free. It's my mission to help you get through this mental load and have more clear ways to build this business, because there's no way that 80% of people are not destined to do this or not able to do this. Okay, I refuse that. So I want you to hear me. If you are struggling, if you are not taking actions in your business every single day, if you're afraid of posting anything about you, okay, if you are not creating leads on a regular basis, if you are not closing business on a regular basis, it's likely because you're disconnected with who you are, what you're there to do, what your message should be like, and how you're going to get there. So make sure you leave me a comment below. And if you want some help, if you want to join the Freedom Mentorship, the link's somewhere up here, walkitfree.com. And let's see you in there. Take care.